Okay, so now what we have here is just a simple column. I've just the colors is just done the colors. Okay, and I've just put in random data in these cells. Okay, what I want us to look at is index and the match function. How do these work? What is the principle behind them? Okay, so I'll explain after I've shown you how it works, so that you'll be able to easily follow it. So when I say equals, then I say index index. I select my array. Right now it's asking for my array. I select my array. Then I say comma. Then it's asking me what's the row number. So I say okay, I want it to be row number 4, comma. Then it's asking me what should be the column number. So I'm probably saying it's 2. Then I close, then I press enter. It gives me that one. So what is the principle there? It asked me for the row. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Then asked me for the column. I said 1, 2. So index, what it does that it goes where you send it. So if you send it, go to row what, column what, it goes and picks the variable in that. But what you have to do is that you have to show it in what table is it going to. That is the array part. This is the one here. Yes, sir. It is similar, but it's not as good as the offset. Because offset, when you show it where it's supposed to go, you are saying if you give it a column, the number you put in the column is the number that it's supposed to offset. So it is coming from that column going to another. You are running away from that. But the index, it starts from this here. This is where it starts from. Then when you give it, it goes, because here if I put 0, I put 0 there, then I put another one there, 0, then I press enter. I have a problem. So if I give it 1 and the other one 1, delete 1, it will return to me the first value. Then if I use the offset equals offset, what is my reference? This is my reference, right? Then comma, then I put 1, comma 1. I wasn't supposed to put the, yeah, yes. So I click on the cell and I press enter. So have you seen the difference? Do you see the difference? One of it is that this one makes a reference to a cell. When you make a reference to a cell, then it can be able to move. But this one works with an array. If you don't give it an array, you have a problem. Okay? Right. So that's how the index is working. Now, in this case, what I can do is that I can even come and give it, say, I want this one to be my row, that to be my column. Okay? So, in the formula here, where there is 1 there, I can replace it with a cell there representing the row. Then, where there is a column there, I represent it with that. So if I press enter, I have a problem because there's nothing in here. But I can come and put the one which I put there, and I put the other one here. When I press enter, it gives me the value. So here I can come and even make the changes to say I want it to be 3, tab, then 1. Okay, it gives me 8. So, okay. When you do what? When you press. When you're done, you say equals, then index, then open bracket, then you put the array. You're separating them by commas. So when you're putting the numbers, are you putting any number greater than 4? Let me check. Let me do this. Is where you're here, where there is this. Let me enter. Are you seeing this formula? Here, what have you put? You put 4. Here, 2. When highlighting, you're ready from 64 to 788. And when you press enter, you're using which? But before we start, we spend a lot of time to fix that problem. We'll just continue. Okay? Just know that you were excited. Okay. So now you have seen that you can be able to do that. Now let's deal with what we call the match function. Have you understand the principle behind the index? You've understood it, right? Probably also facing the same problem. Okay. So now when you're dealing with the match, this is what you are doing. Equals, and you say match. What do you want to match? What is your lookup value? Okay. So for instance, if I say I want to look up what 8, have you seen this 8 there? I've clicked on it, comma. What is my lookup array? Now this one, you don't deal with the table, just deal with a column or a row. So I come and select that, then I say comma. Then do I want this lookup to be exact? For instance, I want it to be exactly 8 or approximate. So in this case, it's exact. So I put 0, then I close, then I press enter, then it gives me 3. Where did I put what? So now, are you seeing where the 3 is coming from? Where is it coming from? No. The 3 is coming from when you count here 1, 2, 3. So it's the match function is giving us the leadership position of 8 in this array. Does it make sense? So it's giving you the relative position. What's the position of 8? Is number 3. 1, 2, 3. So the first thing you're doing is that what do you want to look up? I want to look up 8. Where do you want to look up 8 in this array? Comma. What do you want it to be exact? Yes, I want it to be exact. Then you put your 0 there. Make sense? Okay. So this is the basic understanding of what match and index is. Yes. 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 I think you can answer that question. What did you get? Gave you 2. You put what? Okay. Alright. Let us look deeper into this. Let's go to sheet 1. Please. It doesn't deal with that. Try it. But it doesn't deal with. It doesn't do that. What does that array from the table is the index. Okay? Alright. So let's go to sheet 1. Scroll up and just delete what is in here. Are you where I am? Sheet 1. It's written number 1. It's written number 1. Not sheet 1, sorry. 1. You're there? Scroll up if you're down. Hello. Okay. Are we there? We are there, isn't it? Okay, great. It's taking us long just to do one small thing. Okay. All right. Let's go. So I want to use match, so like I can use exact match, negative, and the positive, which is the approximate matches, right? Okay. So I want to look up Joe in this list. Okay. How do I go about it? I say equals, then I say match. What am I matching? Joe, comma. What is my lookup array? That is my lookup array, comma. Then I want my match to be exact, so I say 0. Then I close. When I press enter, it tells me the relative position of Joe in the array. You see that one? Okay, now what happens in a case that I have got duplicates? I've got Tom here who appears twice in this data. what happens in such a case? So I'll say equals, then I say, no, I won't do that. What I'll do is this. Well, have you seen there's this formula here? I copy this formula to the other one by dragging it. Bam. But I have a problem. I've got not applicable error. The reason why it's giving me that error is because, have you seen why it's picking the data from? It's empty there. So for me to avoid this moving from here, I have to lock it. So how do I lock it? I come there. This is the table, isn't it? So for me to lock it, in front of B, I put $sign. In front of the number, I put $sign. In front of the letter again, I put $sign. The number, $sign. Now the reference cells have been locked. They can't move even if I copy the formula to somewhere else. So when I press enter, then drag the formula the other side, it still performs. Because when I double click on the formula, the reference is still the same. So now you have seen how you can lock the cells. This is what you call absolute referencing. Absolute referencing. Wherever you drag the formula to, it will always make reference to that. Is that point clear? Whenever I drag that formula, it will always make reference to that. Even that is refusing on your PC. I'd say to remove the data which is there. I need us to be quick. You can't be like this and you catch up. No. Like this, your mind is settled down. Psychologically, it has been proven. Okay? Alright. Where are we at now? Has it worked? Okay, so I've done that, but I want you to focus on one thing. The position of this Tom, who is a duplicate in here, is being given 3. Now, Tom is on position 3 and is also on the last one, but yet it gives them 3. The reason why is because the match function, when it is running through your array, it picks the first one. So the first finding it found, which was exact, was here, Tom. It was position 3. That's why it returned 3. Is it clear? Okay. What about in a position whereby what you're looking for is not there in the data? What happens here is that I'm dragging this. Sue is not in the data, so I'm dragging the formula to Sue. This is when you get not applicable. Alright? Not applicable, not available. Still giving you the error. Yesterday it wasn't giving you errors, right? It was giving you problems. I'm not sure what the problem is. Okay? Sorry? So this is when you're asking me that question now. I'm scared. I need us to be quick. Because where we're going to be working, they will not have the luxury to wait for us. It won't be there. The world is moving too fast. So even our learning must be quick. Have you seen how I've put my dollars? Alright. That has happened? Okay. So now, I mentioned earlier on to say that the data, the match function can pick data in a vertical way and in an horizontal way. So let's try it out in an horizontal way. I've got this data which is horizontal. I want to pick Joe in this data which is horizontal. How do I do it? I'm just saying equals, then I say match. What am I matching? Joe, comma, in what data set? That is the array. I control shift to pick up that data. Then I say comma. Then I want it to be what? Exact, isn't it? Then I put my 0. Then I close it, enter. I get the position of 2. You saw how I highlighted this? Control shift arrow. We know that one, right? Yeah. So it can still pick data in an horizontal way without a problem. Are we okay with this one? Are we doing there? Yeah, you're far off from the anointing. You remember last time when you were here? It was quick, 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 quick. Near the anointing. Yes. Sorry? Yes. You want for top? Okay. Here? Yes. You just drag it like this. Just below here, there's this solid square, right? Just click on it, then you click on it, drag it. It copies the formula. Someone give me a gun, I shoot myself. I was just dealing with NA. You're making me question my skills. You're making me question my skills. Okay. Okay, since this is a very important concept when it comes to whatever we'll be doing, I'll repeat it. And what I would suggest is that when I'm showing you something, don't do it. Just observe. When I give you the chance to breathe, you do it. Okay? So, when I'm showing you something, don't do it, observe, and afterwards you'll be able to do it. Okay. You have to get it right. My anointing cannot be questioned. Right. So what I'm doing is this. I'm saying equals. Then I'm saying match. What am I matching? Job, comma. Now, get this one. What is my array? That is my array. After I indicate my array, for me to log that array quickly in a shortcut way, I just press F4. When I press F4, it logs automatically. Okay? Then I say comma. How do I want to be the reference to be? I want it to be exact. Okay? So I put my 0. Pam. Then I close. Then I press enter. After I press enter, I want to copy that formula for Tom, for it to work for Tom. How do I do it? I click on the cell. Then I go below there where there's a square. I drag. And it works. Just like magic. For some, you need to do that. For some computers, yes. Oh, okay. So you press the the function, then you got to click on the F4. Yes. It's just direct. Yes. 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 When you've just highlighted it, before you take your cursor anywhere else, you press F4, it will highlight. It will lock them. Yes. Okay, big to do. So I scroll down. It's working? Yes. The anointing. Okay, so we are below here now. Okay, please observe me, then quickly you implement. Now you remember that we're doing an exact match, but now we want to do an approximate match. Now this approximate match that we want to do is for the data which has been arranged in ascending order. Okay, we had an argument, or not an argument, but a debate before to say this data 0 to 10, is it arranged in ascending order or descending order? It's in ascending order. Or it's descending? Okay. All right. So now, whichever way. All right. So now, in this case, it has been arranged like this, and I will say it is ascending order. All right. So, since it's arranged in ascending order, you have used Airtel money before or MTN money before. When you are making a withdrawal for any amount which is below probably 1,000, your withdrawal charge probably is 30 kwacha, isn't it? Okay, so you are given a range. So you are saying, what I want to do is that to say, if I'm going to make a withdrawal of anything between 100 and okay, anything that is below 500 but is equal to 100, it should always give me 100. Okay? Anything that is less than 1000 but is equal to 500, it should give me what? 500. Okay? So I want it when it goes, it bumps into something which is greater, it goes down and falls to the one which is less or equal to. It will make sense very soon. So I'm saying equals. Then I'm saying I want to match up. I've got 3000 here, right? So I'm saying match. What do I want to match? This one, comma. What is my array? That is my array, comma. Now this match should be of less than. So it should be less than. So it won't be greater than, but less than. So which means when I come here, I'll put 1, which means less than. Then I press enter. It gives me 5. Do you see? So I've got 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what happened is that it came, it ran. So this one is smaller. Even the one which is next is smaller. Even the one which is next is smaller. Even the next one is smaller. Even this one is smaller. Then it came to 5000. But oh, this is big. No, this is not my size. I'm dropping back to my size. Even if I'm greater than that size. That's how it picked it. 2500. For this to work, the data must be arranged in ascending order. That's how it can work. It doesn't go like it jumps, checks what is other, no. It follows systematically. Okay, let's try it and see if it works. Or if you found there's a formula in there, you can just remove the formula. Then you type in your own now. Huh? Saying not applicable.
I put the dollar sign.
No, it doesn't matter even if you put the dollar sign. Where? Double click on the formula. B March 1, comma. Okay. The reason why it's not applicable because when you were typing that 300, you typed that 300. Let me see. That 3000. You typed it yourself, right? You typed it yourself, but the format in which you typed it was wrong. So when you checked out the format, it was the wrong format. See it?
Because there was the 150 before, so I was checking. It's not
Oh. Okay. So just type in, don't put the dollar sign, right? Yeah, just put 3000 without putting the dollar sign. And it will work.
I don't put the point.
No, you don't put. Just put N.
Mm-hmm.
Because the cell has already been formatted. Remember the formatting of cells that we were doing? Yeah, this one has been formatted to be currency. It's working? Okay, how is it this side? It's working? Alright, so now I want to copy this formula to the next one to see what happens with the 100 there. So I need to press F4 to do that, but you have a problem. When I press F4, it only does that. So I can also select the other one in front there and I do that. Because of the two commas there. Because when you just write it, that's why I said don't move the cursor when you do the selection of the cell, then press F4. But if you move the cursor and come back, it will only do where it sees up to where the push those what do you call those? Those two, yes, the colonies are the full colony, right? Full colony. Okay, we've done that. Okay, so you just drag the formula to where 100 is. You see that when it's 100, it's equal to 100, right? So it goes where there's 100 there. Gives you position 2. It's working? It's work? It's using all the functions. Okay, do you have a power pack for this Samsung? Yes. You don't have a power cable. Oh, is it power dependent? Okay. Because I have another laptop, but I don't have just one. I don't have the. Sorry? It's not working also. I don't face it worked. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now you have done that, you've been able to drag that. Now let's drag the formula to where it's negative 400. Now see that negative 400 is smaller than 0, right? So what happens? You're not applicable. Why? When it comes, finds 0 is greater than negative 400, right? So it falls back, and when it falls back, there's no any other value, so it's not applicable. Okay? Let's drag it to see where it happens when you select a number which is bigger than what is in the selected. So when I come there, I select, I drag, then it gives me 7. Because when it comes, it finds 10,000. Then when it goes, it finds there's nothing, so it drops back to this. Okay? That's what happens. And also it can happen also horizontal. You know how to do it horizontal, right? Okay. Let's scroll down. Now let's deal with it in a descending order. Okay? In a descending order. So, in a descending order, when your data has systematically been put in a descending order, you can use the greater than. Okay? So we say equals, we say match. What is my lookup value? That is my lookup value, comma, my array. I select my array. After selecting my array, I press F4 to lock it. Then I say comma. Then now, I want this to be negative 1. Because I'm dealing with the descending. Then I close it, enter. So 150. So if I check 150, what is the position? So when I come 10,000, it comes down here, okay, it's still greater than this one, still greater than. When it comes here, this is less than. So it falls back to that one. Yours is saying 7. Did you put negative 1? You put 1, right? Okay. So if you don't put anything, by default it picks 1. It's working now? How is it going? Okay. So now I drag to the other one. This is for the other value, whereby it's exact. It still returns me to me the same 19. Then what about if the value is like 20,000? You see this one? When the value is 20,000, which means it's above here. Now you have a problem with that one. You get it? Now what if it is a negative? What will be the answer now? It is negative 10. Okay, correct. You get a 7. Then you know how to try it on a horizontal way. Okay, do you want to try this out? Or we can move on to the next one. Sorry? Alright, let's move to the next one. Let's go to sheet 3. Is it 2? Yeah, 2. Okay. Now let's start making applications now. Okay. Alright. Just delete what is in this light green. What is in the light green, just delete whatever is there. Okay. How is it going? Okay, so now follow me. What I want to do first is this. I want to find out, have you seen this? Have you seen this? I can come and select, nothing special about this, we did this, right? There's those selections, okay? These ones I just typed in. So now, what I want to do is that, I have quantity going to my right, and I've got products going down here. These are my products, this is my quantity. So if I get product 1 and my quantity is less than 5, it should always give me 13% discount. If I get product 2 and my quantity is less than 100, it should give me 25%. So any quantity that I get which is between 25 and 100, it should always fall back to 25%. If I get anything above 100, probably 1000, it is always fall back to 100, which means it will give me the percentage which is under there, depending on the product. Make sense? Okay. So now, what I want to do is that I want to use the index here. But I need to find out what is the position of part 6. When I find out the position of part 6, which is the row, and I also find out the position of 10, what is the quantity, which is the column. When I find out these, I can now use the index here to know the column, the row, and the column, so it gives me the position of intersection. So it brings me the value. You remember that? Alright. So now I want to find out let me do this first, so we go step by step. Equals, when I say index, what is my array? This is my array, isn't it? Then I say comma. I want, for instance, somebody got a quantity of 5, right? And the other one got a quantity of 5, and it was product 4. So I'll look at column, row number is product 4 is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I put my 4 there. Then comma. My row number becomes what? 1, 2, isn't it? So which means I put 2 there. Then I'll be able to know what discount to give this person. 18%. Isn't it? But let's now make it more professional. Okay? So what I'll do is this. Is that I want to find out the position or the row number of part 6. So for me to know the row number of part 6, I just say equals, then I say match. What do I want to match? This one. Comma. In what array? Remember that when you're doing the match, it can only be column or row. So right now, this is my column. And I want my match to be what? Exact. Tells me it's on 6. Isn't it? Then I come to 10. Now we say that if it is less than 25 but greater than 5, it should always fall on 5, right? Okay. So we'll say equals match. What do I want to match? 10, comma. What is my array? This is my array. Then I say, comma. This match, how should it be? Less than. Because if you say exact, there is no 10 in there. It will give you non-applicable. Right? So we put less than, which is 1. Why? Because your data is in ascending order. It's horizontal, yet it is an ascending order. Okay, then enter. It gives us the position of what? 2. Why? Because 5 is on column 2. It makes sense? Alright, then we come to the index here. Then we say index equals index. What is our array? This is our array. Comma. What is my row? That is my row. Isn't it? Comma. What is my column? That is my column. Am I obstructing you? Okay. Press enter. Now we find that part 6 under that one gives you 20. Does it make sense? So if I come here and change my parts, I say it is part 1. You see that 15% shows up. So I'm already able to tell the discount which I'm giving to a product depending on the quantity. Let's say this person gets 100, which means part 1 quantity 100 gets 19% discount. Does it make sense up to this point? Okay, can we pick it up from there? Which formula should I open up so that you can see? I'll say equals, if formula text okay, there are formulas. Is it working? Okay. It should be done by now. Welcome. You went through the videos? I'd asked you to get from somebody. Remember when I was leaving? Yeah, but you're the computer, isn't it? So the person at the back will have transferred to the computer. Okay. We'll deal with that today. Okay. I think we are good now. It's working, right? It's working. Anyone with a challenge before we pass this stage? Anyone with a challenge? Have you understood it? Have you understood every point at this point? Have you understood? How to look for participants? Okay. So this is what we have done. We, uh-huh. All right. So now this is what we are doing. We want to look for part 6. Now remember that the match function looks for the relative position, isn't it? So since the match function looks for relative position, we will use it to find the position of part 6. Because the index function, for it to function, it requires for a position. So the match function will find the position. That position, when we find it, we'll use it for the index. Okay? So how are we going to do this? We're dealing with part 6. So I remove this data. Then I say equals, and I'm saying match. Okay? When I'm saying match, what do I want to match? What do I want to match? Which is what? As what? I click on part 1. Then comma. Where do I want to match it? From this column, right? So I highlight it. Then I say comma. How do I want it to be? Is it exact or approximate? Which I put a 0. Then I close it. Then I press enter. It tells me the position is 1. You see that? In that array. Okay. Now remember that the index works with row and column, isn't it? So I need to find also the position of 100 in this one. So how do I do that? I say equals match. What am I matching? This 100, comma, in what array? In the row. Then I highlight. Then I say comma. What is the reference? Is it going to be exact, less than, or greater than? It should be less than, because it is in ascending order. Okay? Please, when you're going to the right or you're going down like this, it's ascending in Excel, right? Don't take it as going down like this as if you're going down here. Okay? Right. So I put 1. Now the trick is that even if I don't put 1 there, I close. It knows that the first one is 1, so it will be able to pick up. Alright? It's able to determine that. Okay? So I've done that. Now that I've done that, I can now work with my index. Isn't it? I'll say equals, then index. What is my array? You remember that index uses this kind of tables, right? That is my array. I'm not including these parts here. No. Because the output which I'm looking for is amongst these. Okay? Remember, index gives us the output. Okay? That output. So this is what we are looking for. Then we say comma. What is my column, my row number? I click on 1. It's making a cell reference, right? Then I say comma. What is my column number? Click on that one. Then I close. Press enter. That's how I get that. How are we doing? It's working. How are we doing that side? Still not working. Even after that, is it the problem of understanding this, or is it because of the computer? The computer will postpone that problem. It's working now. It's working. It's working. All right. Now let's make it better. Let's make it better. Okay. Now look at this. I'll come to a new cell there. All right. Because what happens if I just disturb this formula will be disturbed. Right. Now let's look at this. Are you seeing that what is E14 on E14? Where is E14? No, not E14, C16. C16, which is 1, right? In 1, it is a formula which is there, right? And in 4, it's a formula which is there. Is it possible that this formula, we can just replace it here where we have put C16? We put that formula. And where there is C17, the formula which is here, we just put it there. What I'm saying is this. Equals index, then I'm saying what is my array? This one, right? Then I say comma. What is my row number? My row number is this one, right? But in here there is a formula, isn't it? Which is the match function, right? So I can say match. What do I want to match? Part 1, comma. What is my lookup array? That one, comma. My match should be exact, right? So 0. Then I close. Then I say comma. I'm done with my row, isn't it? Now I'm dealing with my column. My column again, which is this one, which is here, but there's a formula which is this one. Okay. Then I can also do match. What am I matching? This one here, comma. What is my array? That is my array there. It's that one, right? Okay, that is my array. Then this one I told you that if it is 1, it is automatic. So I don't even need to put it. If you want, you can put it, but if you don't want, you can't put it. Then you close. You have closed for the match, right? Now you also have to close for the index. Then I close for the index. Then I can say enter, and it still gives me 19%. This one is whereby even if I disturb here, I remove this one. I say delete that one. I press enter. This one is affected. This one is not affected. I know this one is showing you this, right? But it's still 19%, right? Okay. Because when you come here, if I do that, it comes a percentage. Okay. So I come here and say equals formula text. That one, I press enter. Okay. data analysis in Excel. But things won't be the same after this. The things that you would use to solve problems will be opportunities for you now. Because it will be an opportunity for you to shine, to stand out. The most important part is to understand how the formula works. This is the wrong formula here. It doesn't make sense. What makes sense are these small formulas. Okay. Are we done? Okay. How are we doing that side? Now the second match, huh? Ball up there. The second match. Yes. We're dealing with a column, right? Yes. So if we're dealing with a column, which one should be our array? Okay. Just wait. Okay, I think let's continue now. Let's continue. Let's do the last one for the day. We go to number 3. Let's scroll up. You just scroll down. Just scroll up and just scroll down. Then where it's light green there, just remove what is there. So we can do it together. Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Okay. So kindly pay attention to this one. So what I have here is this. What I have here is this. I've got my data here, and look at this. This is my description. This is the price. This is the product. Okay. So when somebody gives me a description of what they want, I want you to go and pick up the product. You see that? When someone gives me a description of the product, I want you to go and pick up the product. Now, how do I do that? So what I'll do is this. I'll have to look up this flying range. When I look up this price range, I want it to give me the relative position it has in here. When it gives me the relative position it has here, I'll use the index to look up this as my array. Then I'll correlate it with the position which has given this side to give me this one here. What am I saying? Equals index. Earlier on, I told you that index works with two, isn't it? Rows and columns. Now, I'll show you that index can work with one, which is either the column or the row. Okay? That is the one way. So now, I'm saying index. What is my array? I want to deal with this one because I want it to give me the product, isn't it? Then I say comma. What is my row number? My row number here now becomes my this looking up in here to find the row number. Because if I use the row number, it will get that row number and use it for this one. Okay? So I'll say match. Okay, match. What am I matching? This one, comma. Where am I matching this from? I'm matching it in there. That's my lookup array. I want this match to be exact. So I put 0 and I close. Then I also close for the index. When I press enter, it gives me the one with the prime range of 20 here is boomerang 2. Okay? So when I come here, I shift, I say, okay, I want the one with 70. It comes and gives me the one with boomerang 5, 70. That is 5. Have we understood? Have we understood this point? It's working out. So it's a simple one, right? How we do? Okay. Okay. Where are we getting them from? It's magic. Okay. I think that one we don't have a problem. Right? Okay, so now let's check it out whereby we have to use another style. So we come down here. You can just remove what is in here. These the light blue and below there, just delete them and make them together. Okay. Alright. So this is my class. And this class that it has gotten these different marks. Okay. So what I want to find is to say, I want to find the person with the highest score. So the highest score, I'll find it here. Then after I found the highest score, the next thing that I want to find is to say, I want to look up this highest score and find out who the student is. Okay? So now how do I do that? Mr. Thomas, you always have your computer, not always me. Okay? So now, this is what you do. Okay? You have to find first the maximum, which is equals, when you say max. Have we ever done the max here? We've never done the max. Okay, we're doing it today. Okay? So max, I select my array of numbers, then I press enter. It gives me the maximum number. Okay? You can you can try it out. No problem with the max. Now that we have found the max, we want to find the position or the position of that max in here so that we can know the person there. We'll use the index. Okay? So we'll say equals, then we'll say index. What is our array? Our array is this one because this is where we want to get the data. So we select that one and we say comma. Now I want to find this position in there. Okay? So I'll say match this one, comma, there. And I want this to be exact, isn't it? Comma 0. Then I close twice for the match and for that. Then I press enter. Then I'm able to know that student, this and this. Isn't it? It's fine. Okay. Yes, that's accepted now.
Oh, I forgot the other button.
Okay. So now, look at this now. Okay. Alright. If you have failed to do it up to now, don't worry. You'll do it when you reach home. So let me show you the last one now. Okay. So now, what I want to do is this. I don't want to make reference to 90 in my calculations. I want just to go straight. So what do? I say equals. Then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say index. What is my array? That is my array. Comma. Now I want to find the maximum number in here. When I find that maximum number, I want to match it here so I know its position. When I know its position, then the index can use it to return the student that side. So I'll start with my match. Okay, so I'm saying match. What do I want to match? In that case, I would have said this one, right? 90. But that 90 has got a formula behind. So that formula which is behind is called max. Okay? So I say max. Max of what? Of this one here. Then I close it. Okay? So max, that one is representing the 90, isn't it? Then I say comma, which means I've dealt up with my lookup value. So now I want to look up my array. What is my lookup array? It's still this one. Then I say comma. What do I want the match to be? Exact, less than, supposed to be exact, isn't it? So I put 0. Then I close for the match, and I also close for the index. And I press enter, and I still get the same. Remember, match can go vertical or horizontal. You get it? Yeah. Okay. So we've come to the end. If you've got any question, please ask.